What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity. That's right, here in the HermitCraft server. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. It's my first time logging on in 2 days. Has it been 2 days? Maybe it's only been 1 day. Oh my goodness, I was getting into that Ark Survival Evolved. What a crazy nutball game. I started uploading some episodes on it. Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty grindy, but it's kind of refreshing to try out a new game every so often. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I know I did 2 uploads of it in a row. I'm just trying it out, trying to get, knees deep in it. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of, knees. Anyway, we're back in the Infinity server. Got a lot of things to do today. I wanted to try and do something new, not focus solely on Thaumcraft like we've done so many times. I'm wiring in real quick some new controllers, or not controllers, some new molecular assemblers for AE so that we can get some more crafting stuff up in this piece. We've got a lot of half-finished projects. We still got to finish our AE room. We've been working hard though, but you know, I like to go like really strongly focus on like sort of one thing for a little while and then move on to the next. And this way it's how I like to keep, I guess, motivated to get something done. But then I like to take a break from it and move on to something else. Got kind of a one-track mind. But hey, it's okay. It works out for us. In any case, I'll finish putting in all the different assemblers. Got a whole bunch more crafted up. And what are we going to do today? Well, I was looking through a lot of different stuff. A lot of the different mods. Stuff that I've wanted to do and we haven't tried yet, haven't done yet. Something new. And I was looking into the RFTools. I thought it was kind of cool. I've never tried it. It's basically, it's got a lot of different features. But the main feature is that you can create your own worlds, your own dimensions. And I thought that might be kind of neat for us to check out. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I've heard there's a lot of super OP stuff that you can do with it. So, you know, OP is always cool. Always cool. Anyway, let's just set the rest of these down. Let's check out how our stuff's doing since last episode. I set up a few minor things before we get too involved with today's stuff. But yeah, everything's going well. I've been doing some node bullying down here and just trying to kill off a lot of the different smaller nodes. About to die. This guy's getting bigger. Cool. Our magic crops have been doing well. This I'd like to explore more into. It really seems very useful, very neat. If we can try and figure it out a little bit better and how to manipulate it. But the amount of stuff that we get is just crazy. It's just crazy, and so many different Thaumcraft related stuff. Some people are asking if I could also try and breed mana beans, which, to tell you the truth, would be amazing with the golems. We've been working with different golem automation and learning how they work. So I think that's pretty cool, but these crops, I guess it's more so the soil that moves up. Oh, they're almost changing. They're like evolving. So yeah, some of the aspects actually went away. Interesting. So I'm going to have to take a deeper look into this, but we're definitely getting lots of cool stuff. And it doesn't look like it overproduces too many more extra seeds. So we can kind of fine tune it to get certain items, I guess, like created or grown from the crops. And it looks like it does just about everything. Over here, last episode, we actually did the arcane assemblers, all the thaumic energistic stuff. So pretty cool. We have way more assemblers than we're probably ever going to use. But this way I can get all my Thaumcraft things automated. I put this cool little future facade on there. I thought that looked cool. We also got all of our Ascension moved over from spawn and have a separate 64K drive for every single individual one. So pretty cool. I put over on this side off cam since last episode. These are all the extras. And I have those all set up to drain out. And I still got to work on more, but have this centrifuge, which basically this will take it and break down whatever stuff I have too much of. For example, I had like 200,000 or more of the Precontatio, and just been, whoa, breaking that down. Get out the good thing. My flux is through the roof, though. I thought after a couple days not playing it would be better, but that is not the case. I've also been doing these crystallizers, which will break down all of the stuff into these little, see if I can grab it out, into these little crystals. So just storage, we can store the actual Essentia in crystal form to have for later if we ever need it. I should probably be voiding it, but I just get afraid. And this is all on a subnetwork. I had a whole bunch of stuff. This is just the ending off part of the Precontatio. In this subnetwork, it just goes, fills up the little worded jars, and then crystallizes it and puts it into an ender chest. So pretty cool. Got all my patterns set up for the alchemic constructs, all that sort of stuff. So it's been working out well. I'm pretty happy with it. We still got a lot to do with it, but we're going to take a break from it. So. Let me finish off doing all this. We got a link up with the AE bag. I just got to link up the whole little P2P thing. A lot of people have been asking. I know a lot of you already know how P2P tunnels work. So a lot of you don't know how they work. But in case you ever wondered, they're kind of, I think I use like the analogy you could say it's kind of like an ender chest maybe. So like this gray, this little guy right here, this blue wire is going into it. And just like an ender chest, it's like taking the blue signal, which we're about to set up. And then this gray signal is going, it's got to get power itself too. And it uses a channel itself. It gets then with this gray wire wired over into our controller. And in our case, it's actually going into this quantum ring, which is just like another teleporty wireless thing. But let's get all the way down. So here's the other side of the quantum ring, which is just wirelessly putting this gray signal up to the top. Well, this gray signal right here, here's the blue cable, which is touching our controller that we want. So we're going to shift right click on U, and now it goes into the P2P, into the gray, into the wireless thing. Okay. And then we have the other side of the wireless thing of the quantum ring, the gray coming down. And now when we right click on that, that blue where it went into the one side of the P2P down there is coming out of this side of the P2P. So that way it's able to like kind of hide inside the gray wire or just like, I don't know, piggyback off of it. But any case, this now, bam, all comes out. So we're able to get all this dense stuff all brought over from just this one little gray wire. So I don't know. I hope that helps for some of you that have been asking about it or saying you don't understand it, but I know that's not like a great explanation. We'll have to do something in more detail. But in any case, these are all now hooked up. So that's cool. I'm going to make some more assemblers. And for the RFTools, I just crafted up these 2 manuals, which are pretty neat. And I'm going through and I'm learning some of the stuff. It looks like we got to do the beginning of it. If we just click through the pages, I'm going to go ahead and make this Dimlet Researcher, and I'll explain what it all does, but I'm going to try and learn a little bit. So we got to get this guy. So I'm going to craft him up and we'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I've been messing with this for a while. It's a little confusing at first. I went through the book, I read the first section, it was like 40 pages long, and it's got this stripping machine. So let me kind of show you what I got so far. So the first thing, Dimlet Researcher, not too complicated. Let's see, Dimlet. So if you get a Dimlet, I think most of these I found in like empty chests. You can go take it, throw it in there, bam, researches it. And this particular one, it gives like a different trait for the world, or it's kind of like the Miscraft pages, I would assume. So Dimlet. Yeah, we're not going to use that yet, but that's how that works. Now the next machine that we have is the Dimension Inscriber. This one's a little bit more important. You're going to want to go craft up one of these dimensional tabs. Empty dimensional tab. So bam. Wasn't that bad. And we don't have much for dimlets yet. We don't want to like create anything. We just want to go to an empty dimension. So we can put this guy in here. And then I believe I can just hit OK. Everything appears to be all right. Is that right? No. Our store. All right. So right here it made ID 6. Now, in the previous time, I've already done this, and it seems like the first one, if it's empty, it's always ID 6, and this one's already been a created world. So not really too much we can do about it. You can take out the tab, you can right click on it, and you can see what's going on. So it's going to tell us sun brightness, star brightness, sky color, fog color, body color, like everything, weather, all those sorts of different traits. So that's kind of interesting. So if you had dimlets, you could throw it in here and build your own dimension. You can also name it in there. Now the next thing is this guy. This is the dimension builder. This one's a little bit more important. And by the way, so far, this first one, the Dimlet researcher, that took power, and the Dimlet builder is taking power as well. So this one already says realize, so this is the same thing. So that's looks like it's already filled up. But normally what you do is you take this guy and you throw it in here, and then it will fill up on power. And then you can change the redstone signals and all that sort of jazz. So it's the same exact thing as there. Now that's because of that, I think it kind of confused me when I was trying to name it. It wasn't showing up in our next thing. I made a dialing device, which takes power, matter transmitter, which takes power. This thing is just going to show, I'll show you in a minute what it does. Shows little beams. And I made a receiver and a transmitter. Now, the thing recommends that you make extra ones to bring with you, but we have our charm of dislocation to get back, so it doesn't really, we don't have to be as careful or cautious. I just want to get the show on the road here. So anyway, now that we have all this stuff, we can take the dialing device, and I named, notice this one is called X2, this one is called X1. We can just name it right in there. And you can do it public or private or whatever. So we have X2, which is this guy. We're going to go X2. And then, remember it said ID 6 on the thing? We're going to then go to ID 6. Now, I personally favorited that just so that I'd remember it was. It says that we can dial it, start a connection. And I think that it stays there. Here would be a single dial. So I'm assuming that dials and then it cuts off once you get there. Let's do a dial. Dial OK. Awesome. So it's connected. Now, because of this analyzer, I believe is what shows this like weird aura to let you know. And that was helping me out. So I'd know what to go step on. So this is the sender. That's the receiver. So there should be a receiver on the other side. Now I'm a little worried because this is someone else's dimension. I'm hoping that this is keeping it powered. It's telling us has a current power of, what is that, 40 million RF? So crazy amount, and it cost us 50 RF a tick with specified 10 RF a tick. All right, whatever that means. It all tells you in the book. Oh, it's interrupted. Nope, starting teleportation when we just stand on it. Bam, we're here. All right, cool. So it feels like it's pretty safe. We have a HermitCraft book. This thing seems to stay pretty stably at that amount of power. But I don't even think that matters. I think that it's just the thing that we have at our base that's powering the dimension. And then this is this, I think we might have done this in an episode a long time ago. Remember the TV station? Yeah, I even actually set waypoints up in here. Me, Bitha, Exuma, and Etha went into here shortly. And pretty much once we get into this world, the main thing that we're looking for are these things. Pretty crazy. I called it a TV station. Yeah, you have different chests and stuff. And I think that like loot chests. And then underneath, below the ground, you can search for crystals, which is another thing that we're going to need. So why don't I go try and search out another one of these things. One of these TV stations. Here's another one. They've probably mostly been explored around here, but they all look... No, here we go. Nice. So we can get some more dimlets if we want to later. Are those dimlets? Liquid biogas. Nice. Volcano dimlet. Normal sky. That's always good. Any more? Mega taiga. Sweet. Unknown dimlets, which we can use our little machine that we made. What's this one? Rarity 0. Huh. Alright, cool. So I'm still learning. We're going through. I'm going to explore a little bit. It seems a lot like Miscrafts and finding the libraries. So that's the one thing we're going to be looking for. And then the other thing is underneath the ground, we can find these more rare shards. Let's see if we can do that like really quickly. Let's see. Let's dig a hole going down. Now I remember when I was watching other hermits try and find these things, they were a little bit more common higher up. We don't necessarily want to go to diamond level. So let's boost this up to 9x9. Let's see if we can find any of these shards. Just running through. Any so far? So far I'm not seeing any yet. So why don't I clear out for a little bit and see if we can get any of these crazy new ores. Oh my goodness, the amount of mobs. These dimensional shards. They're not that common. I've been down here for a little bit. I just want you to watch. You'll see like an extra special little sparkle, I believe, when we mine it. Yeah, like right there. There they are. Dimensional shards. Whammy. So they are here. We are getting them, but it's not super common. Oh, we saw it. Whenever you see a sparkle. Oh, saw the sparkle. Any more sparkles? But we got to be careful because we are leaving so much junk behind us. The void filter just isn't even big enough. As well as all the XP, all the mobs, but Draconic Hammer, as I call it, is always here to save the day, to just make this so easy. Now, I would bet doing some type of like Ender Quarry would probably be decent, and probably even better if you had Mechanism. What's that one thing called? Mechanism that's able to just pick out a certain ore. But we're close to a stack of it, and you can see how much other junk we just get in the process. But it's still not too bad. Oh my god, the mobs. I heard you could make your own world and make it peaceful all the time. I wonder how much that cost. Anyway, I'm going to keep on grinding out here and try and get probably a couple stacks of these shards. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty fun to do this. Oh! What kind of poison? Don't like that poison. No. Alright, I redid my plan for strip mining. The mobs just spawn in here way too bonkers much, so I'm doing it down at bedrock. And at the 9x9, I'm slowly getting a little bit more. I'm also finding a lot of draconium, which is kind of cool. I'm not really sure why, but the pickaxe, there's some, for whatever reason, skips it quite often. We see any more? But I want to show you, if I run back down the tunnel and re-go, I'll see lots of different random draconium pieces here. Holy crud. These mobs, though. But look at that. There's just so many. Oh man, check it out, check it out. Look what I found. So I was going through here and... Oh, can we... It's a hungry node, obviously. You can see here. Oh man. Sucking me in. That is so awesome. We're going to have to collect this bad boy. I guess I'll just do maybe a new spot on our locator, so we can come back for it, but that's awesome. Oh wow, I didn't even really take notice. This is a flat world. This is actually a really good world. I've been wanting to take off my helmet to see if we got any bad effects. And I'm not seeing any. This is a really great stable world. I also wasn't taking notice. I thought these were snow blocks, but those are actually blank dimensional blocks, which is kind of cool. Has someone been here, or did that spawn like that? Whoa, it's your house. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. So just grabbing all the stuff up, and I think we're going to go back. This is the last one I'm going to decimate. All right, so let's head back. One other device that I have right here is this dimension monitor that I made up. Oop, wrong. Ding. Not very expensive. And it's able to tell you, give you a visual representation. You can see the energy bars full on it. So you're able to see what's going on with your dimension, but I can also just right click on it and it's telling me that it's fully charged. So that's pretty cool. Anything else good? Man, there's just so many great nodes here. I'm loving it. I am an RF Worlds guy now, thus far. So let's head back and let's see what all the stuff is that we got. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of them. And then we have all these unknown dimlets that we still got to decipher. But some really neat ones I was noticing. Look at this. Let's see. Ice Plains, Mega Taiga, Canyon. That could be interesting. Fen, Garden, Highlands, Lush Swamps, Ominous Woods. Wow. All right, I'm curious how, like, anal I have to be about this. Controller mountains, fields, liquid biogas, Twilight Forest materials, block of emeralds. Holy crud. All right, I want to just see. Let's take this one back out. I don't know if I have to do a new one or if I can just change what that current one is. Let's grab a new one. So let's get a new dimensional tab. This is probably going to be bad news bears. I bet you, I bet you. All right, so let's grab that out there. Oh, no, don't start teleportation. All right, so if we go there, and can we just throw these into here? We can call this one maybe DMAC Test 2. Store. Oh, man. All right, so this one's going to take a bit more. Okay, so the creation 2000, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's right-click on it. Shift right-click on it. Okay, so it tells us it's all those things that we want. Let's put it in the creation thing. All right. It's building up on that power, so let's let that power finish building up. And what's the ID of this one? ID 49. So we've got this one here, and let's go to ID 49. And I should probably wait for it to charge up. Yep. Oh, wait, from here to ID 49 should still be dial. All right, so how are we doing, bro? You're all charged up. Everything's there. Oh, man, I'm a little nervous. Let's try it. Is it this easy? As long as we have the power going in. Generating terrain. So this is a brand new one. Whoa. All right, do we have any bad effects? Whoosh. Oh, weird. We can see right here in our monitor. How are you doing? Power, the power's staying charged up. Wow, this is like void area. So not exactly what we wanted that I recall, but it just put in other types of controllers into there. Look at the Twilight Forest, guys. This is cool. This is very cool. So can we find any new libraries around here? Wow, there's tons of Twilight stuff in here. Enchanted Forest. Rainbow Oak. Can we get more? Oh, this stuff is so neat. I love this tree. I don't remember if this is the one that gives us the Rainbow Oak saplings or if it's just biome specific. Come on, gimme. Look at Rainbow Oak sapling. That's awesome. All right, so let's fly around here a little bit more. These are all like Twilight biomes, so put in more than we wanted. And in fact, I'm so far not seeing any of the things that we specified. It is the right biome, or it is the right thing that we chose. But this is craziness. So I'm going to go exploring a little bit more. Alright, so I've explored a bit more. I was able to find quite a bit of these little floating mega taigas, the only other biome that I've specified. But it's all in these floaty islands, so this is a pretty cool feature. I do like it. So we'll have to check that out. We have this mega rubber tree. I've been wanting to chop one of these mega rubber trees down for so long with you guys, all on camera. This seems like as good a place as any to do it. So let's go ahead. Let's grab out our tools. Let's grab out... Alright, good. I have Soulbound on there. Let's chop this bad boy down. Let me clear out a couple of the other trees first. Oh man, I'm excited to try and do this. Let's get our view all cleared. Alright, you ready? Do you think that Draconic Pickaxe will do the whole thing? What do you think? What do you think? Make your bets. Make your bets. Oh, man! And this is why you'll never need a rubber farm. Holy crud. Look at all that. It is so bonkers. It's too bad, though, it doesn't drop always the, like, more mega rubber tree saplings. Because that would be amazing if it did. That really wasn't that laggy. I was expecting like it to be a lot worse. Holy crud. And there's a lot more. Well, that was fun. So let me keep on looking. I haven't found any more of those little TV stations. But we'll have to see what else we can find. As well as other ways to get dimlets. Do we have to find them? Oh my goodness, check this out. When it turns night, I don't know if it's just this biome or what, but look at how many ender minis there are. So I've been nailing them out like crazy nutballs, trying to get a soul. And check it out, we got an ender mini soul. That's so awesome. I love these guys. Alright guys, so we're back, we're in one piece. I had a pretty fun time exploring, but I think we need to stop that and start getting into more advancements in it. I put our Dimlet researcher over here, and I set it up with just a node going in on one side and going out on the other. And it should be able to pick up the Dimlets, go through, figure out what they are, and then send out on the other side. So that's cool. We can set this up, figure out a nice way to do it. I did notice they did have a machine that said it could sort out dimlets. But I'm going to process through them, and we got to find more reliable ways of getting dimlets. Other than just like this. Go and find those TV stations. We also got to figure out how we're going to break up this dimensional shard. Is it something we need to fortune? Is it something we should do in a machine? So why don't we check this out? If we go in here, let's go into our inventory. Let's take fortune off, and let's look at it. Doing it one at a time. Alright, so we got 3 that time. 3. Oh, only 2 that time. So it is more than a single drop. All right, now what if we do fortune with it? Fortune, go in. It's such a cool looking thing. All right, only 2 that time. Oh, I don't know if fortune is working. Not getting nearly as high as I'd hoped. Ooh, that went from 12 to 20. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent, actually, with fortune. So anyway, the next thing to look at, I think it said Endermen drop Dimlets. Or have the possibility of dropping Dimlets. I'll have to see if there's any other mobs. I can't also remember. I feel like those treasure bags might have dropped Dimlets. I do not recall. But we're going to have to check that out as well. Alright, so I've been testing out different ways to get the Dimlets. The book does recommend the Enderman, so I went over to the end, the main island, and I've been grinding these guys out. And in the time that it took me to get 3 Enderman souls, I only got 5 Dimlets. 5! I in fact got 3 Enderman trophies doing that time. It's crazy. It's a pretty extremely... Oop, there's Dimlet. It's a pretty rare drop. Oh, did it despawn? Please tell me I didn't lose it. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, it's pretty rare. I mean, I've gotten stacks of treasure bags in the amount of time it took me to get that many Dimlets. So in any case, I've been trying to think of where's a good place. And by the way, the treasure bags did not find any Dimlets in them, which I was a little disappointed about. I swear I saw another one. Okay, we got another one that time. But I was thinking maybe in the end would be a decent place for an Enderman trap. But we've got the souls, so I'm probably going to set up a spawner. And we'll see how it does come next episode and just try and get as many Dimlets as we can. In the meantime, let me know in the comments any other tips or tricks or secrets I should know. I'm just getting into this RF Worlds and taking it in stride. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I want to make a new, like, couple of different worlds. There's all different world types I've been wanting to do and just never got around to. In any case, thanks for watching, guys. Help me out in the comments, tips or tricks, or if you just want to say hi. And, till next time. Yes, take my hat off this time. Till next time. Peace